I did a video a little while back on how to change a dirt bike tire. I wanted to do another video that shows a couple of different ways that you can change an ATV tire. So first, I'll show you a way that you can do this without using any special tools. And then I'll show you the easy way. The hardest part of changing the tire is breaking this bead, getting the tire off of the bead of the wheel. So there's two different ways that you can do that. You can use the proper tools. If you don't have the proper tools, there's another method, but you do risk possibly scratching up your wheels. So if you have new wheels, you're probably going to want to get the right tools. If you have old wheels that are already dinged up and scratched up, then you might not really care. So if you don't have any special tools, you can lay the tire like this, and you just want to ride up on this edge. Get as close to the wheel without riding onto the wheel as you can. And the weight of the vehicle should be able to break that bead. You might have to turn the wheel 180 and do the other side as well. If you have a softer wheel, one other method that I've tried is move the wheel back like this a little bit and put a piece of wood as a ramp, piece of 2x4, get it right up to this edge, and then just roll the vehicle up on top of that ramp, and all the weight will push that bead down. All right, so now we're back to the bench. I'll show you the proper way. You can pick up one of these. I'll put a link in the description. You can pick this up on Amazon. They're fairly cheap. This is a tire bead breaker specifically designed for separating this bead from the wheel, and it makes the job a whole lot easier. I highly recommend using this instead of the vehicle method. So I'm going to start breaking the bead on the short side of the wheel first. You see there's a short side and a deeper side. I'm going to start breaking the bead on the short side because when that bead breaks down, I push it down, it's going to be able to go into this deeper part of the wheel to make it easier to get the other end off. So this has a clamp here that's going to clamp into the ridge inside this wheel. Put it on this side so you can see where that's going to go. This portion, just loosen that up a little bit. This portion has to be forced under the wheel, in between the wheel and the tire. Get it in there as far as you can, and you start tightening this up. And it's going to bring it in even further as I do that. You don't want to over tighten it because you don't want to mark up your wheel. Okay, now it's going to turn this bolt down. It's going to push that claw down, pushing the bead of the tire down. Now, depending on the tires, these are pretty heavy, so I'm going to have to do this in multiple places to get it down most likely. If you have lighter tires, thinner ply, you might be able to do it just on one end and it might come all the way down. It really depends on what you're using. I'm going to spin this around so you can get a view of what's happening over here on this end. You see it's pushing that bead down. You can get a better view of that. Looks like I'll be able to get this. Looks like I'll be able to get this off with only doing this one side. I'm not going to have to go to the other side. Now, if you end up starting from this side by accident, it's going to be a lot more difficult. All right, so now I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to do the same thing on the other end. Try not to block the camera view too much. This side, chances are, I'm going to have to do it in more than one place. This tire appears like it's got some kind of silicone or something on there. It's holding it in there. Now you can see that the bead's broken on both sides. Now we'll use the tire spoons, remove the tire from the wheel. So using the spoons, I'm going to start prying the tire off. To make it a lot easier, you want to push down the opposite side so it goes into this deeper part of the wheel. You just do a little bit at a time. Don't try to do too much at once. There we go. There it is. All right, now I'm going to put the new tire on. The other side's already on. We're good. to put the valve stem back in. Now I'm going to set the pressure. I'm going to set these to 7 PSI.